What's going on, everybody? I have Tyler here, one of our clients at Stryker Digital. For the past several months, we've been managing his SEO, his Facebook ads, and his Google ads. Tyler, can you tell the people a little bit about your business, what your business is, marketing before you were working with Stryker, basically the full background story?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Thanks for having me on. My name is Tyler. My company is Stairlift, Virginia, and we specialize in chairlifts for seniors and people with limited mobility, so they can stay in their homes a little longer and avoid a nursing home down the road. We've been in business for about 13 or 14 years now. Sort of have tried it all in terms of radio and TV, and we've kind of dabbled in Google over the years as well, and been through a few different agencies that have helped with SEO and SEM. But switching to you guys has really just been like a game changer for us, just in terms of mainly for me the communications what is the big game like differentiator for you guys. You really know up front like what the goals are going to be, what metrics are going to be tracked. Those are communicated to you regularly. I'm always just like a Slack message away from getting an answer from you guys. And I think, we've talked about this a little bit earlier, but, Google's like this black box that, like if anyone tells you they know the recipe, they're lying to you. So all you can do is try to stay as, on top of it and ahead of it as you can. And, just keep plugging away and adapting as best as possible. So, finding a group like you guys that are, very adaptable, willing to try new things, and also just like I can tell you guys like to do it. Y'all really enjoy like helping other businesses grow. So it's been refreshing. Other agencies have, it's just kind of been one of those things where you kind of feel like you hit this like plateau and nothing really changes. You just kind of keep banging your head against the wall. And I mean, we started a new domain, for the Stairlift Virginia, just as kind of a project. And I mean, I don't think we've even been up and running for 3 or 4 months. And, my phone rings at least several times a day of people that are already finding our site and wanting to, set up appointments. So, I mean, that's all I can ask for is, getting the phone to ring. So.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks so much for the compliments. Before you started working with us, what was the reason that you decided to come to us? Because everything you said is like everything has been great after the decision, but how did you come to that conclusion?
I mean, I think, when I'm kind of monitoring the business, you reach these, kind of plateaus, these ceilings. And, we've been kind of feeling like, I track leads pretty, religiously and seeing how they ebb and flow. And we kind of were hitting this feeling where I was like, God, we can't get past 80 leads a month. Like we've been at this for, several months to, sometimes like up to a year on certain campaigns. And so I just decided to kind of change something up and just see if maybe like, maybe there's another group that has a different insight that this group doesn't. And it kind of worked out that way. So, I mean, it was one of those things where I just wanted to try something different and kind of panned out.
Awesome. So you mentioned about like communication, transparency, results, the phone ringing and things like that. Can you tell us a little bit more about your experience across those three?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we got the website set up with Jerry. I mean, Jerry's the guy. I mean, he can whip up a website faster than anyone I've ever met. So, I mean, it was great working with him, and just, he can take feedback and kind of get something up and see what you think. And so that was kind of a great kind of start. And we were in a weird situation where we kind of found that my original website, was sort of being nuked by Google. It just wasn't getting the attention that it should. And frankly, that was because years ago I paid for cheap backlinks, and now I'm paying the price for that. But that's why we decided to kind of start something fresh and kind of build something with a really strong foundation. And so I'm playing a long-term game with this project, sort of like what we talked about earlier. And so we set up a virtual phone. That phone gets forwarded to me so that I can just kind of monitor the quality of these leads. And I mean, it's like I said, to the point where I'm now figuring out who can I have answer this phone, because I got some other things to do throughout the day. So again, a great problem to have, and just have also noticed kind of in a short term that our close rate with this Google SEM has been much higher than some other channels that we've tried. So
Yep. It's what's so great about Google is because, well, one, you can't get away from it. The sooner that you accept that Google is a monopoly, the easier your life's going to be. You have to accept it, because all of your customers are going on to Google every day to find any business, literally any business in the world. They're going there to find it. And when you just talked about the close rates, is because the intent is all of there. They're searching. It's not like they didn't just see you on Facebook and think, oh, now maybe is a good time. Maybe I should just get in contact and see. It's no, they went and actively made a search for your service that you offer. Now they're getting in contact with you. So naturally, the quality is going to be a little bit higher. And on Google, you're going to have to pay for it a little bit more too because of that as well. But I got one last question for you, which is, somebody else they're on the fence about working with us. They're not sure. They've probably been burned by a different agency in the past. Hear that one often. What would you have to say to someone in that position?
I guess I would steal a phrase I see on Twitter all the time, which is like, just keep clicking. And, I think like you just can't get, down with like bad previous poor results. I mean, like you said, everyone on earth knows that Google's the arena that you want to play in. And, I would just say, get started, like define a very like defined metric that you want to achieve, and make it a realistic one, and put you guys to the test. I mean, I would be pretty confident that you guys are going to hit that mark. So, I mean, I think anyone that is kind of on the fence, and been burned in the past, I think we all have. And, like I said, it's all about just finding people that are not only interested in helping you, but also just clearly are ahead of the game in terms of like knowing how Google's operating and changing, and how that algorithm's changing. So, just bite the bullet and go for it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming on. It was a pleasure. It's a pleasure working together. It's fun. And I think we're going to do a lot of fun things in the future too.
Me too, Andy. Looking forward to it.